Here you can see the BADI is another way of implementing enhancements to the standard programs. Okay, so without modifying the original code. So similar to customer exit, the only difference is BADIs are using object-oriented technique. Technically, BADI is nothing but an interface. So what is the interface?
Interface is a modely declaration we can implement in some other place.
Yeah, interface are nothing but a similar to classes, which is having method definition without implementation and can be used in multiple places. Okay, so here also BADI is a kind of interfaces which is having methods with a definition but doesn't have implementation. So wherever it is required implementation, we can adopt that and we can do our own implementation in that methods. Okay, so this can be that interface can be used any number of classes, right? Yes or no? Normally, interface can be used in number of classes, not restricted for one class. Here also, bad is not restricted for one scenario. We can do multiple implementations because interfaces can be allowed for multiple usage of classes. Okay, for every bad implementation, one class will generate. Okay, with this interface. So each BADI consists of method without implementation called as a BADI definition. Okay, so we need to create classes to write the ABAP code by implementing the methods called by BADI implementation. So for BADI definition, we have T code SC18, SC19 for BADI implementation. Okay. Next slide. The advantage of BADIs is the main advantage of BADI is we can create multiple implementations for single BADI definition. So single BADI definition means single interface. So with the interface, we can use the interface in multiple classes, right? So similarly, here also we can do multiple implementation. Whereas with the exits means customer exits. We can create single implementation, single project for the enhancement. You remember the last time we created when we create a project, so someone is already created and we'll delete that project and we create it. So if we create one project, we will not do further enhancement. But here by using the same body name, we can do multiple implementation because it's a interface concept. Okay, so we cannot create another project for this normal implementation for enhancement which is already used. So that's why we go for baddies. If you have multiple implementation concepts involved in your landscape, then that time we prefer baddies. Customer exist also we can use, but at what positions will we go with customer exit? Any idea? Mandatory case we should go with the customer exits, like field exit. That time we don't need to go with baddie. Okay, it's just changing of data element. Okay, and menu exit, that time also we're supposed to go with customer exit. So in other two cases we can use the baddie. Okay, either function module exit, screen exit cases, we can use the baddies. Any queries till now? Hello.
Hello.
Okay, so here we have types of baddies. You can see here single implementation body, multiple filter and custom body. Custom body is not used and we are not at all touching this custom body. We have an option but we are not touching. This is we supposed to create. Okay, pure total setup we have to design. This custom body means this similar. It is like implementation enhancement or express enhancement. Okay, similar to that kind of object. Okay. So basically, we are using this when it comes to standard baddies and all. These three options will come: single implementation baddie. Okay, so the baddie which has only one implementation. So one implementation means once you do implementation, then next time we'll not able to do. Basically, it will create one class, and the next time we will not able to create next enhancement with the single. It is like it will also work like a customer exit. Basically, one time if we do, we'll not able to do next time. But if there is a multiple implementation, so BADI which has multiple implementation is called multiple implementation BADI. By default, all the implementation will be executed. Suppose if you do 5 implementation, 5 classes will create, and all implementation will be executed. But we cannot control the sequence of execution. Suppose you did 2 implementations, 2 enhancements, one A and B. So I did C enhancement for the same BADI, but we can't define. So when you execute one time, it will C will execute first, and A will execute second. B next time when I execute B will execute first. Okay, we cannot control on that. Okay. So filter BADI means it's a similar to normal enhancement only, but if there is a filter should be satisfied. Like in iDocs we discuss some filters, company code, material and something. If that condition is satisfied, that time only enhancement will work. Otherwise enhancement will not at all work. Okay. We can see one of the screenshot here. Attribute screenshot. For every object we have attributes, na? Like data element, table, function module. Everywhere we have a first tab which is talking about properties or attributes. So for this baddies also we have. If you, I was open one baddie. For that baddie you can see here a type. Are you able to see here 3 checkboxes here?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. First one is within SAP, multiple use, filter dependent. If first one only is selected, we should not use. That is for SAP own purpose. Okay. SAP was designed for that. So we should not use that one. If second one is selected, it is a multiple implementation body. Okay. If second one is not if second one is not selected, that is for single implementation body. Okay. So if last one is selected, it's a filter dependent body. Currently it is selected second one. First one also selected, that you can ignore. So basically second one is selected. It's a multiple use. Okay, multiple use means we can develop multiple times. Multiple implementations can be happen. You can see within, if within the SAP checkbox selected, then BAD is only for use for by SAP. Okay, by SAP users, we can say. If multiple use checkbox is selected, then it is for multiple implementation. You can see that multiple use checkbox is not selected. This should not be selected, and first one should be selected. Okay, don't confuse. First one always will select, and second one will not select. That time it's a single. If both are selected, it's a multiple. Okay. And how to find the boundary? We have two ways: using standard class and ACAT44. To standard class, I'll explain you. Let me log the system. So are you guys able to see here? This is running. I'm just log into this system. Okay. So I'm planning enhancement for customer change XK02. XK02 is a transaction, sorry, vendor. XK02 is we are using for vendor change. Okay, so XK01 for vendor creation. So we are using now vendor change. I'm giving some vendor name. Let me take in the F4 option. I'll take 9001. I'm selecting address, click on enter. You can see this is at second screen. You can see here country and Germany. I want to check the country is India. Okay. The, if there is vendor from India, we should show some message. So that is our logic. Okay. I'm just going back. Okay. So for this transaction, we need to identify the baddies. Let me close this transaction. So how we can identify baddies? The first way is using standard class. Okay, CL exit handler. This is designed by SAP. I'm just opening. What is that T code for standard class?
AC84.
SC24. Yes, SC24. No, not 84. 84, that is second way of identifying the BAPI. The first way I'm explaining, okay, using exist handler. So SE24 is the T code for global class. CL is a global class. Okay, I'm copying this exist handler. Mentioned here CL underscore exit handler display. This is standard class. You can see properties, interface, friends, attributes, and all. So go to methods. So we have number of methods. In this methods, so there is a get instant method. Okay, it's a static method. Double click on this method. Go to the code. Minimize the signature. So you can see this is code designed by SAP. Here you can see CL exit handler get class name by interface. So here you can click on put the breakpoint here. So understood what I'm doing? So I just open the class CL exit handler. I open this get instant method. In line number 14, I put the breakpoint. Okay. As of now, you find the steps. Hello. Yes. So now I'm opening new session. Here I'm putting slash n xk02. Enter. See, whenever you punch, you can see ABAP debugger will start because we put the breakpoint in exit handler. You can see exit handler get instant method. You can see a method get instant is calling. So like we are in line number. Okay, where we are in line number 14 because we put the breakpoint here for this get action. So here in the changing name, we just put this cursor. You can see for every time you will get one. This is a baddie name. Just capture it some notepad. Okay, so this is first baddie name. So click on F8 until our screen should be displayed XK0. This time we got one more value, one more vendor. Okay, this time again execute F8. So this time we got one more baddie. Again F8. Our screen should be displayed properly. Screen means XK0 because I execute the transaction, but the vendor number address should be we selected now that screen should come. So address of screen next F8. See now our screen came. Understood guys? How many baddies we identified? 4 baddies. Understood how we are finding the baddies? Hello?
It's
Yeah. Now we need to check which baddie is suitable for our requirement. Okay, so where we can see the definition of baddie. So let me remove this breakpoint. So this also it will trigger. Delete here, delete all breakpoints. Okay, see you can see breakpoint deleted. What is the transaction for baddie definition check?
C18.
Yes. So go to SC18. So enhancement spot, this is for explicit enhancements. The next one is baddie name. Select this. What is the first baddie? I start with this. Click on display. In the properties, you can see which baddie it is. filter dependent body. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So we don't have any filter options. We are not doing any filter dependence. We are just checking the data is the vendor is from India or not. Okay. So this will not help us. So go back. Try with new one, BADI layer display. So this is also filter dependent. This will not help. Go back. Vendor. You can see here within SAP multiple use. So where we wanted to do multiple usage of BADIs. Okay, so this is sufficient. Now go to interface. So what is the interface name? We can see here interface always start with IF. Classes will start with CL. Standard interfaces.
Yes.
Okay. So we have three methods you can see here. Filter value address subscreen. LFP additional data. LFP set additional data. So we are not doing additional data setup. We are just checking the value conditions. Okay. We are not setting the data additionally. So this also will not help. Check this one. Vendor add data. Click on display. Go to properties. So this also you can see multiple use. Okay, and within SAP it is not selected. Okay, so this we can do for multiple development. So what is the interface name here? IF EX vendor add data. So in this we have number of methods you can see here. So what we are supposed to think doing? We are checking before saving that vendor. We are just checking vendor is from India or not. You can see here check all data and save data also. So after saving, if you want to perform something, you can do here. So we are checking all data before saving. Okay, this is our logic. So double click on this, check all data. You can see here. In this interface, you can see interface is open. You can see for method parameters, you can see here how many importing parameters, how many export changing parameters. We have this LFA1, which is talking about which is the work area of LFA1. So our vendor of country and region is comes under this LFA1. If you double click on this table LFA1, which is vendor master data, here we can see here country key land. Okay, and you can see here ratio, region. Two things are comes under LFA. So for this LFA, we have one work area. Which work area it is exporting or importing?
Import.
Yeah, importing means so for this method, the data will come to this method. So if you do some development in this method by using these values, because we are getting the values, means method will get some values through importing. That means that a country and region is will go through this method. Okay, it's a basically just definition. If you do implementation, we can use those two values for our logic purpose. Okay, so LFU. So I'm just going back. So we are in line T code SC18. What is the T code for implementation, bad implementation?
FC19.
So we can go SC19 or we can directly, you can use here implementation create. Okay, we can create from here also. I'm just opening SC19 slash OSC. Okay, so we have here edit implementation, create implementation. So we're supposed to create under create implementation. Okay, so new BADI means this we are using for custom BADI definition. Now we are defining for normal BADI. Okay, this was BADI name. This is the BADI name. Vendor add data. So click on create implementation. We're supposed to do here classic BADI implementation. So new BADI means it's a custom BADI creation. Okay, custom BADI we are not using as I told. So classic BADI. Click on create. See, it is asking implementation name. Okay, so I'm using implementation as a same. I just added Z and I'm using Z same BADI name. Okay, So click on continue. You see, we reach to this screen. So you have to give description. Checking the vendor country. If you want region also we can check. Just I'm checking vendor country only. So go to interface. You see, so this is our interface. You see class also generated by default. What is the class name? ZCL IM vendor added. Understood, guys?
Yes, sir.
And implementation you can see ABAP type. Formula we are not doing formula. It's ABAP type. So this is our method. Okay, you can double click on this method. It will open the implementation where we can do our logic. Implementation will be migrated. It is okay. Just information message. Just continue. So when you double click on this method and all, so we have to create some implementation for every activity. Okay, class we got and interface we got. This is implementation name, but enhancement implementation we supposed to create some name. Okay, so I'm just creating here in this pop-up. Create enhancement implementation. You can create with the same name only. Z vendor data or else. Okay, Z BADI I'm creating. BADI implementation. Composite we are not doing. It will act as an enhancement spot, okay, or implicit enhancement kind of thing. Just continue. It is asking package. Save. Transport is our transport. Which one we are using? 25. Okay. So continue with this. See, you can see here ZBADI. It is added for this package, software component, home component banner. So select this. Okay, now it will redirect to method implementation. So you can see here. So what is the method name? Interface negotiate set user data. Now we can select this one. Which one we select is check all letter. Check all data. Yeah. Now here you can see check all data. Someone did some code here. Just click on save. Okay, here we supposed to write. So what? How can we see that importing exporting? Click on signature. You see here LFA1 is the importing parameter. You can see arrow mark here. So it's optional, but however we are using this value only. If I underscore LFA1 hyphen, because it's a work area, right? Hyphen land one is a country equal to IN India. So here we have to write. I'm just putting message. Okay, basically it's not required always message. Whatever the logic you want, you can write. I'm just writing some message. Right? Information message. Done. Just save. Check. Activate. So when we discuss BADI implementation, BADI concept, don't think about this code. Code can be anything. Only the steps SC18, SC19, create, identify the vendor, put in the breakpoint. So you need to know this process, not the coding process. Coding is different. Scenario to scenario, it is in the same scenario, in the same transaction XK02, they might ask different code here. If that vendor is from India, they're asking some logic about providing some tax discounts and all. From which table you're supposed to write, they will explain you from which table you're supposed to capture. So we have to write some select query, we have to get some value, we have to do some minus of some tax, 5%, 2%, and we have to update in some, we might need to update in some more table. Okay, so code is different in different, okay, scenario basis. So I'm just activated, just go back. See, now activate this implementation. So you are in inactive, this activate. being activated. So it's activated. Just go back. So we are in SE 19. Now let's check this implementation. Where we can check the implementation now? Working or not?
We have 013.
XK02. Okay. I'm just putting slash in XK02. So this is our transaction. I'm using same vendor. Click on it. Select the address. Click on enter. So user is from which country here?
German.
ID is Germany. Okay. Now I'm changing to India. When we change to India, the remaining dependent fields also we supposed to change. That is not our implementation. That is a screen flow, how they design. See, I click on enter. So when I click on enter, it is asking this some names. I'm just putting ABC, something like that. Because all are tick marks, all are mandatory. So click on save again. So when I click on save, you can see postal code. So our postal code format is different, always 6 characters. I'm just putting something 517001. Okay, I'm just clicking on save. You can check the date and process depending on the new country. Because country will change, it is asking to check other data also. All are fine as per my knowledge. So just click on enter. Because it's a just warning, click on enter. You see, this is designed by someone through customer exit. Okay, not necessary to wear masks. This we already saw last time, right? We can ignore. So we'll get next message. So welcome to our India. This is our. See the sequence we can't define. Our message should come first. We can't define because there might be multiple implementations. So someone might did with the same BADI, they might did some enhancement. So that's why that message came first. This is our message. Continue. So finally it will save. You can see here object is saved. Understood, guys?
Yes, sir.
Any queries on this? See, I'm executing. I'm explaining here only. The document it is there. Go to next screen. Go to SC24. Provide the class name and display CL exit handler. And next screen. Open the get instant. Put the breakpoint line number 14. Double click on this. BADI name will come here. Exit name. I can see here exit name BADI. This is I captured it for sales in the forum level in the online. Okay. So but now we are not trying for VS0. We are trying for XK0. And you can see package wise they are checking some different way. So this is for SC84. So when we go SC84, so what is our package? Go to here system status for this transaction. Here double click on the program or double click on the transaction also. What is the package?
WL11.
Okay, copy this. That was open. New session SC84. So any one way only you can identify by SC84. We got this. So here you can have button this execute button. Okay. First we have to select this definitions and enhancements. Okay. BADI definitions. Here put the package. What is our package name? WLIF. Yes sir. No. WLIF. Say execute. Execute this report. Are you guys able to see this? Baddies, all the baddies.
Yes.
Are you able to see these differences between this notepad and this list of baddies?
No.
Why no? Because here we have four. Here we have
Sir.
number. Under add data is duplicate, but we don't have BA na here. We don't have CS. We don't have field active.
Yes, sir.
So This way also we have to compare. If you are not identified here, try with SE84. You might have some more baddies.
Okay.
Because these four we identify from the first screen itself. But after saving our background, there might be different multiple. Okay, we have to check in both ways. I'm just closing this. So that is about baddies. Next one you can see this is also bad. We have enhancement option, explicit enhancement. We have two options: enhancement point and section. Okay, so enhancement point. So when we enhance by using enhancement point, our logic will work along with existing logic. If you use enhancement section, our logic will override the existing logic. So I'll open any one of the screen. Suppose xk0 only I'll open. Okay. So what is the program for this? So actually explicit enhancements will be available at the coding level, not in the starting or ending of the program, or in the body format or custom exit format. It is part of the program. Okay, so just check this program first. SAP MF 02K. Okay, suppose there are number. Suppose this is enhancement point. So what is there in this enhancement point? We have this include. Are you guys able to see here? Enhancement point. This is a group of enhancement points, and this is a group. Okay, under this group, this is one of the point. So under this point, we enhance SAP provided this enhancement. Under this enhancement, what is there? This include is there. Understood, guys?
Yeah.
Sir.
So in this include, there might be some logic. Okay, if you see, you go inside of the include. So we have some code. Okay, here defined by SAP. So suppose if you found that this is the logic is executing, suppose this function model is giving some value, but we wanted to use this variable at this position itself only before going to next line. Suppose here we are getting a value, b value. Okay, so but when we are using here 108, a value should be increased plus 5 always. So plus 5 in the standard program we can't able to do, right? We can't able to do. So through explicit enhancement point you can do that. So when you enhance this, I'm right clicking on this enhancement operations. Okay, this is enhancement spot. So here just click on change and now click on implementation. So for this I'm creating implementation, click on create. So I don't know this is a requirement or not, but I'm just showing how to create. So requirement we have to identify. Suppose they told that there is a transaction here in particular position I wanted to increase my value. Okay. Suppose discount is coming 10% instead of 10, they wanted to mention 12%. So 10% is defining one of the enhancement point. If you want to add, if you want to decrease that value, because if we crossing this enhancement point, we can't able to control the value. So within the enhancement point only we can control. Example scenario I'm taking. So I'm doing some enhancement. I'll mention explicit only. Okay. Explicit enhancement. Click on continue. In our package we can save transport. So this is one. Continue with this name. So are you guys able to see here? Our enhancement is added. Okay. So next to this enhancement only, because before this include only we can write our message. I'm just writing message actually. I'm activating our enhancement. It is error. Message type is correct only, right? See, it was added previous, but now it moved to next of this include. Okay, so along with our existing code, this will work. Type in this list. Statement is not accessible. It's okay. Statement not accessible. You can forcefully activate it. Okay. Activate anyway. Okay. So now this enhancement is activated. So let's execute. Let's go back to our T code. See where it is executed. So this is BADI enhancement. Syntax errors. You see here, because we activated anyway, na. So this enhancement is our explicit enhancement is executing. You see, get explicit. So the current program had to be terminated because of command cross statement on physical and be executed. So let me try this. X02. And it's calling dump. Okay. So let me go SC93. From there we'll open XK02 display. This is a program. We did around the 93 line, right? Here we did. Click on this spiral symbol. Select this. Here click on change. We have this. We have to call this include also. That time only it will override it seems. Still statement is not active. We are in module pool. Now it is showing no error. So let me delete this and I'll do inside of any one of the include. Okay. Or I'll activate this. Okay, so I'll check any one of the include top include and form routines. Then go back. What is the screen number? 10. This is input screen. Okay, so here we'll write some color fields, lines for selection screen. Okay, code. This is our program. Okay, here mark rally. Cannot kick off. So I'll go dialect. Okay, ALE site. Let me check this. We know module pull after process after input. This will work. Okay, here I'm checking which will help or not. It's not ALE site. Okay, so DynPro tab calling different screen, second screen where we are calling. Before that I'm writing message. I'll do the message. So here DynPro execution button. So many add-ons active. Okay, that is fine. Let's check this subroutine. We don't have any enhancement points here. So that enhancement point option is implementing the point is correct, but actually it is not in actual flow. Okay, so that's why it message is not allowing in that enhancement point, explicit enhancement. We should have in proper sequence. There only it will allow to do actual code. So this is one of the include. You can see. Execute this. So here and for selection. Let's see. In this include, if you have any enhancement points. No. Especially check for South America. No enhancement point. Okay, let me try with the difference section. I'll try with the FTXP. So we have 09 value. Okay, before displaying screen, something if you want to show. Yes, we'll see the program. What is the program name? Okay, 130 screen. Okay, this is a module full. So I'm going this uh, object dictionary. It will go SC80 and see 130 screen. Don't have any points here. Okay, guys, I'll tell you in next session. I'll take any real-time scenario I'll explain. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is for
Okay.
today's session. So yeah. Tell me, Lokumar.
I said okay, sir. I said okay.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Fine. So that is for today's session. So you try to practice BADI for the same session. Okay. You can do multiple. You can also do same implementation. You can put your message. Okay. For same requirement, you can also do. But put the implementation name differently. You can also do same enhancement because we are using multiple user. So everyone can do same implementation. But in message, you can put your name something like that. So it will be differentiate.